Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin, and honestly I want to apologize for never making this video way sooner in life, but Showdown is a mode where a lot of people aren't understanding it that much, and especially that maybe you don't see the rewards that are coming out of it till later on. You can't actually see any of the rewards till you get there, or you watch someone stream, watch someone's this or that. So I'm gonna go and break down most of the tier rewards. That way hopefully it can kind of dictate to you that, yo, next time I'm gonna try to aim for this tier, I'm gonna aim for this tier. And then that brings me to my next point, that some people are actually asking me mad questions about this, like how does this even work? Like, what is this? Some people literally look at what it shows right here and think they have to pick one of the things that are shown, and nah, it doesn't work like that. It's actually so much better than that. It sounds so bad, and this isn't even the final reward. This is my reward if I barely do anything type vibes. And basically we'll go through how like the ranking system works, so how you go up tiers, how you go down. I'll go through it fast. We'll go through the rewards, all that. It shouldn't be that long of a video. All I'm gonna ask from you guys is to please smash the like button as well as subscribe. We're on the road to 93,000 subscribers. 93 means a lot to me because that's the year I was born, not 2093. Some of you are probably like, damn, there was a 1990 something. That's crazy, right? We getting old, man. We getting old. All love, respect. Let me know what year you were born down low in the comments, and let me know what tier you are in, just in case you have been playing or you haven't. It's all good. And let's get down to business. So first things first, once you're in a tier, you cannot go back until the next season, right? This is a season tier thing. That's why it's technically better week 1, week 2, something like that. You work your way up the tiers so you can always be getting the rewards for the top tiers. Now, me personally, this was the first time I got a tier 1 reward. Last week I was in tier 2 though, and then before that I was tier 10. I was not rushing into it. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know if this was worth it, and that's why I regret not making this video sooner. I think it could have helped a lot of people. Once again, Showdown is kind of exactly like Unlimited back in the day, so it's one of those toxic places a lot of people don't want to play. To move up the tiers, you need to win games. You don't need to win a bunch in a row, but the more you win, you go on a win streak. It's a win bonus. So the win bonus is as if you won 2 in a row, but when you lose 1. So ideally, you just have to win a little bit more than you're losing, especially if you get hot. There's also checkpoints on the lower tiers. Those checkpoints help out a lot, so that way you don't go backwards. So from there, you're probably looking at my rewards like, those are absolutely disgusting. Who would play for those? And that's because this is the lowest reward I can get in tier 1. This is if I get only 3 wins for the whole week. Every week we are able and entitled to get these rewards, the ones that I'm about to show you guys in a bit. So there's different tiers. There's one at 3 wins, there's one at 7 wins, there's one at 15 wins, and then there's another one at 20 wins. So the best thing you could possibly get every week is if you win 20 games. It doesn't mean 20 games in that tier, it's just 20 games in general of Showdown, plus being in the tier that you're in. So here is a screenshot that kind of shows you guys the checkpoints. You can see that basically if I pass the checkpoint, I shouldn't go down under that checkpoint as long as I reached it, but I can go directly down if I don't make it up, right? And you see here, I'm not on a streak. This is awful loss or whatever. So if I'm not on a streak, my bar moves a little bit on my way to like tier 5, for example. So right now I need to win maybe 2, 3 in a row to make it up. Right now I'm also in the 7 wins only. So this is a 7-win reward for tier 6. Let's say you're not going to be able to get the 20 every week. That's going to be a little bit too difficult. Now there are 2 different rewards that you get to choose from. Well, technically 3. One of them being what you see here, where everything is sellable. Like there's an 84 plus gem pack, 2 regular gem packs, 6 series 1 deluxes. All those are all sellable, the players and whatnot. Then there's usually one with a little bit better options, but it's unsellable. So the unsellable is what I've been going for. You guys should be able to see that in the video I dropped earlier today, the no money spent. That's where I picked my tier 1 prize. You guys can see what I got from there. Now the 20 wins thing is actually only when you reach tier 1. I totally forgot, but there are only 7 win rewards in all the other tiers. So here we are at tier 5. This is the first one we're actually looking at. This is where I started really keeping track. I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner. I think next season I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit tier 1 really soon. That way I can show you guys everything and actually help us all out as a community. But here are the unsellable rewards. I wanted to start there so you guys can see it's a whole box of 10 series 1 deluxes, we got 4 gems of the game and an 87 plus gem of the game. Everything else is pretty much the same. So like if we go ahead and move on over and look at this is the unsellable. It's an 84 plus instead of the 87 plus, and you only get 2 regular gems of the game plus 6 series 1 deluxes. Now if you're actually playing and moving up on your tiers and all that, you're not getting these rewards. You only get what you stop at the end when it resets the weekly rewards. I'm not gonna hover or talk about anything a little too much, especially that it's so late into the season. I just wanted to explain how Showdown kind of works. This was for tier 4. Once again, remember, max was 7 wins. You see the different checkpoints across the thing, the big like circular things, those are checkpoints. And here is a sellable reward. It has 80 plus overall, 2 of them, 84 plus gem of the game, and 2 regular gems of the game. You see the series 1 deluxe, there's only 3 of them, so that was weird, but like those are going down, other things are going up. And then you already know the unsellables, there's gonna be more, plus an 87, plus an 84, things of that nature. Tier 3, that's where things kick it up a notch, where we start seeing the badges roll in. You start seeing like there's obviously the coach option pack, which is one of the best things if you get lucky and pull a Ruby coach, something of that nature. You see that there's a 84 plus the 2 gems of the game and 2 80 plus overalls. Obviously those aren't the greatest things in the world, but as seasons progress, I'm sure those are going to get a lot better. The unsellable, in my opinion, looks so much more appealing with the 87 plus gem of the game and a chance at a hidden gem player. Obviously the hidden gem player is probably nothing too great. It's probably just a random gold player, emerald player of that nature, but it still gives you an opportunity to pull something else. We see the checkpoints on the way up. You always want to reach those as fast as possible by keeping your win streak alive, and then from there, if it slows down, it's perfectly fine. But here is the unsellable set up there. Basically it has an extra gem of the game. You still have the same 84 pluses, the 80 plus. Honestly, this doesn't look appealing to me at all, and I feel like that's the reason people don't even be playing that. One thing we do notice is there is no checkpoints on tier 2, so you have to win a lot more than you lose, like a lot more. If you're on a winning streak, it helps you out a ton. If you're not, you're gonna be going back and forth a lot. It's gonna take you way longer to move on up if you can't win in a row. Let's look at the unsellable stuff as we continue to talk. I just wanted to note that when you're in tier 2 or tier 3 or whatever tier you're in, it's random who you match up against. You could be matching someone in tier 1, you could be matching someone in tier 12. It tries to match you with someone in your tier, but it doesn't always work like that. So here it's pretty much similar to what tier 3 was looking like with the 87 plus, and now the hidden gem is an 80 plus. So we get an 80 plus hidden gem here, which isn't the best thing in the world. That's just an emerald and up. You're just not getting a gold. So once again, that is what I got. This is what I chose last week, not this week. That's what I chose. Well, I guess that's like 2 weeks ago. It feels like so long ago. That's what I chose, and I was waiting to hit tier 1 this time around because we didn't have enough time. I ended up losing. The clock was not in our favor, so I just couldn't make it to tier 1. But the following week, we became top of the world. We got the trophy right where we reached tier 1. And this is where you see the upgraded rewards actually working, right? So right here, this is the 7 wins. This is what I was looking at. Once we hit it, we saw the rewards change right before our eyes in the same tier. This is where it goes like 7's not the max. You want to hit 15. I tried my best to show you guys the unsellables as opposed to the sellables, so that way you guys know exactly what is out there waiting for you. And that's how we made it right here to the final prize. This was at 20 wins. This is what I got last week. I showed it in my last video if you guys want to see what I actually ended up getting from there. But these are the rewards. I actually think they're pretty solid overall. It's not worth all the stress and all that. The one thing I wasn't noting is there's an MT award that you can get instead. So if you don't like either of those rewards, you could just take MT. So right here, I could have taken 35,000, but to me, I was like, let me take my risk at an 87 plus hidden gem, 87 plus gem of the game. I don't know if y'all noticed those in the unsellables, but I was like, what if they hit? What if I get some heat? You literally never know. The other stuff was pretty much similar in everything. Like you get to pick 3 of each badge with bronzes, silvers, and golds. You get to pick whatever from here, the shoes, the takeovers. None of that stuff really mattered. The main thing was all the players. I wanted the extra actual like series 1 deluxes, because instead of getting 8, I was getting 115. That's an extra 7 packs and an extra chance of 7 times pulling extra badges, for example. I was like, what if I get badges, coaches, little things of that nature that are still sellable? The only thing that's not sellable are Series 1 players, and Series 1 players don't even go for a lot. Now, I understand the other perspective of I want to be able to sell my 84 pluses or my 80 plus gems of the game, but everything else, not really that worth it in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it for season 1. We're expecting the same rewards for next week. So basically what happens is I'm going to end up being in tier 1 again. This week right now, currently, I still have not hit the max reward. So right now, if I stopped, I'm earning nothing. I'm literally earning nothing. So I got to lock in. I got to try to get to 20 wins so I can get the same thing again. I would want to do that. Otherwise, you just have to hit the basic things to get the showdown rewards. You might get bored of it. You might realize it's not worth it. So, like, it's really up to you guys. I just wanted to explain it better, show you guys everything that's possible, everything that's available, so you have an idea. Because I feel like some people are looking at this and they're like, I get to pick one of those. Why would I pick one of those? You actually hit right or left on your little D-pad thingy-majig, and it will show you all the options you have at that tier, at all that stuff. So here I could get 10,000 MT just for 3 wins, and maybe I don't want to go any further type vibe, but personally, I think I'm going to do it again so I can get more badges, so I can give myself more opportunities to pull stuff. Maybe in the future, we'll have way better rewards, some more promo cards instead of just Series 1s. We'll see how it goes. We definitely will. Let me know if you guys have been playing this, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you guys later. It's been your boy Mos. Y'all know the drill, and Ballin out.